We're back at it again with another Battlefront update. So, after we heard a few days ago that DICE would be dropping a new patch to fix some issues in the game this week, we all expected to learn what the patch would hold the day before its release, which has now become typical DICE fashion. However, to everyone's surprise, DICE actually released the patch notes earlier than expected, yesterday in fact. So because I had my Clone Wars Season 7 episode review planned on that day, that's why I'm covering the news today. But with that said, we've got a lot of cool and interesting news stories to go over today. With of course the new official patch details, yet another new hero skin tease, more instant action news, and even an offline Galactic Assault datamine leak. As always, we'll be covering all of this and more in today's video. And before we get into any of that, but a quick reminder, as if you do like these type of videos, then do remember to give it a like to show your support for not only this update series, but also the content within it. With that out of the way, let's get into it. Story numero uno is the small patch that is set to release this week, well, tomorrow actually, which will include fixes for a number of issues as well as a few requested tweaks too. First, the feedback around the autoplayer AI system has been met with a lot of positivity, but one of the biggest bits of feedback that DICE has received revolves around how the AI look. And in this patch, DICE will be implementing a change that will ensure all troopers and heroes are dressed in any planet-specific appearances across the Age of Rebellion planets. Alongside this, DICE are adding the randomization of head options for officers within co-op, which if we're lucky may even include the male officer phase that has been exclusive thus far only in the campaign mode. Rounding out the AI tweaks is the ability for the Ewok Hunter autoplayers to now perform the spear melee attack. And furthermore, there are a number of requested fixes thanks to the feedback from the community that will be arriving into this patch, which includes the visual issue where inaccurately high numbers were shown under the player damaged UI element. And yeah, DICE know you're strong with the Force, but you're not 750,000 pieces of damage strong. Also, back in the first Age of Rebellion update, DICE introduced a change to the scoreboard which would show the class level of everyone in the match. Unfortunately, a visual glitch sometimes occurred where all the levels would be based on your own, and this has been specifically fixed in this patch. Next, within co-op, DICE have identified and fixed the issue that would cause the AI to only take one route in Jabba's palace, something that everyone was taking crazy advantage of for easy level farming. However, now once the patch arrives, the AI will be taking multiple routes, meaning you can no longer sit in just one doorway while defending. You're actually gonna have to move around and try in that level for once. In addition, a couple of matchmaking issues have also been addressed, starting with a fix that will address the problem that would occasionally cause a game server to place everyone on the same team. This prevented many games from happening at all, forcing players to constantly back out before being able to even play a single game. Fortunately, now this will be a thing from the past, at least for the foreseeable future. Another big addition in this patch will be the fix regarding the broken lightsaber combat that was mentioned in my previous video. This bug basically saw all the dodge attack lightsaber animations be removed from the game, which as a result would sometimes not let players attack at all after dodging. Apparently this is getting patched up, which is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. In general, those are the main highlights from this patch. Again, like I said in my last video, since this was very much expected to be a small patch, then it's of no surprise that a lot of the fixes and tweaks that we're getting to the game are mainly minor and a lot more visual fixes here and there than say something that has a big impact on the general gameplay. With of course the one exception being the lightsaber dodge animation glitch that is getting patched. However, a lot of the bigger issues and hero balancing is definitely going to be dealt with in the March game update. And if you're curious on what kind of fixes that will contain, then check out my last video as we did go through a few of them there. Next, some very big news that I think is going to interest a lot of folks is DICE confirming that they're going to be making some tweaks for the ARC Trooper. Now, it's no big secret at all that everyone prefers the way ARC Troopers played before the last big game update. And while I hate to say it, based on Ben's comment, then it doesn't seem that DICE plan on reverting back to the dual trigger fire system. Rather do as he says, tweak things a bit. Like, I don't know, maybe increasing the fire rate on the close range mode of the pistols, which to be honest, that in itself would be quite helpful. However, at the same time, I doubt that will make everyone happy, and I can't blame them, because the dual trigger fire system was what made the ARC Trooper truly unique, and not having that anymore in the game makes the ARC Troopers less fun to play. But who knows, maybe these upcoming tweaks will help improve the situation, and they're definitely a start, as they obviously can't make the ARC Trooper any worse or fun to play. In other news, if you did happen to miss the Luke Farmboy appearance event that had ended yesterday, then don't worry, as fortunately, it wasn't the last we'll ever be seeing of it. According to Ben Walk, the Farmboy Luke and Princess Leia of Alderaan appearances will likely return back in the future, but this time as milestone rewards, so everyone will be able to unlock them without having to worry about timed events. As for the Darth Maul Kenobi emote that had come out before and we haven't really seen it again since, then Ben did luckily indicate the emote will be returning again in the future, but as an event rather than a milestone like the appearances. Next, we've got some more big news for all the instant action fans out there, as Ben has confirmed that DICE are looking into adding some additional bits to that mode for the March game update. Unfortunately, we don't have the specifics regarding what these so-called additions will be, but we'll definitely be finding that out in the March community transmission, which should be dropping later this month. So far, we know that offline co-op maps called missions have been found in the game files, so this could possibly refer to that. At the same time, Ben has also talked about before about DICE liking the idea of somehow commanding your AI squad mates around the map, which would be a total throwback to the instant action in the original Battlefront games. Along with that, more customization options are always welcome. Personally, I wouldn't even mind seeing a cross-era option where we can have stormtroopers fighting clone troopers on Kamino. I mean, the possibilities here for offline are really endless. So much that, who knows, maybe, dare I say, offline Galactic Assault could be coming too. Especially after Reddit user jknzY, who you may remember helped datamine the offline co-op maps recently before, has actually datamined an offline version of Galactic Assault that they found within the game files. Which, to be honest, this leaked datamine kind of went under my radar, so I figured I might as well cover it here and now to let you know all about it, as there is without a doubt a ton of offline-centric players who definitely do dream exactly about things like this. And with DICE teasing us about more additions coming to instant action, then this discovery by jknzY for sure comes to mind. As according to jknzY, an unfinished version of offline Galactic Assault was found in the game files, which they believe DICE may have developed to use for QA testing, or potentially even filling out multiplayer matches with bots. In addition to that, they also said the unfinished mode is accessible through instant action, giving some hope that there perhaps could be some potential for offline Galactic Assault coming to instant action one day in the official game. And honestly, it's kinda funny, as I remember hearing folks talk about having the chance to play offline Galactic Assault since 2017. And back then, it was something we never thought would ever become a reality. However, seeing DICE create co-op mode before and now developing that for offline, well, that has now changed our minds on what is and isn't possible for Battlefront's offline offerings. This build of offline Galactic Assault specifically shows us that, hey, playing Galactic Assault with nothing but bots is without a doubt something that can be done. And if this is what they've been working on, then who knows, maybe there is a chance we could be seeing this make it to the public build of the game after all. With that said, jknzY did state that this discovery by no means confirms we'll be getting offline Galactic Assault 100%. All this shows us is DICE was working on an unfinished version of it, and it's for sure something possible. But as always, there isn't any guarantee that leaked content from the game files will for sure get released. So if we do get it, then great. If not, then we'll probably just have to be content with the offline mission mode, which even that will be awesome for offline players. Another cool thing to take note of is we've got yet another new tease or hint in regards to a potential new Maul villain skin, which if you watched my last video, then this shouldn't be of any surprise. Because Ben has been teasing players quite a lot on Twitter with Maul images, and recently on Discord when asked if he had a favorite skin, Ben replied by saying yes he does, but he can't tell us what it is. Which obviously is referring to a brand new skin that has yet to come out. Because why wouldn't he tell us about an appearance that's already in the game? Clearly he knows something that we don't. But yeah, this isn't hard confirmation that he's talking about a new Maul skin per se, although at the same time I doubt he would be consistently teasing Maul like this if we weren't getting something Maul related. Ultimately, take from this appearance tease what you will. Just one thing is for sure, we're gonna be getting something real good, and it's coming soon. But that'll do it for this Battlefront update. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel to not only support it, but keep up with Star Wars news, gaming, and canon lore released every week. And consider following me on Twitter and Facebook to never miss out on the latest Star Wars content. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.